What if I told you the only difference between the person who wins and the person who quits is just one more step, one more rep, one more attempt, one more rejection, one more failure, one more day when you feel like giving up but you don't. Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they stop. And today, I'm not here to motivate you softly. I'm here to wake you up, because never give up is not a cute quote. It's a war strategy. The brutal truth. Life is not designed to be easy. It is designed to test you. The moment you decide to become better, life responds with resistance. You want to build your body, it gives you pain. You want to build your mind, it gives you confusion. You want to build success, it gives you failure. And that's where most people quit. They say, it's too hard, it's not for me. Maybe I'm not talented, maybe this isn't my path. No, it's just hard. And hard is normal. Pain is the entrance fee. Nobody talks about this enough. Pain is not punishment. Pain is the entrance fee to growth. When your muscles burn, they are rebuilding. When your heart breaks, it is expanding. When your mind struggles, it is evolving. The problem isn't pain. The problem is your relationship with pain. You see discomfort as danger. Winners see discomfort as direction. The struggle is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're changing. Why people quit? Let's break it down honestly. People quit because they want results faster than reality allows. They compare their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. They expect motivation to carry them. They fear embarrassment more than regret. And the biggest reason, they don't understand that success is boring before it's legendary. Every champion looked average before they looked unstoppable. Before he became a global icon, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Before she became a billionaire media legend, Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. Before he built one of the biggest companies in the world, Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Rejection didn't stop them. It shaped them. The illusion of overnight success. You see the highlight reels. You don't see the lonely nights. You see the trophies. You don't see the tears. You see the confidence. You don't see the years of doubt. Success is built in silence. It's built when nobody claps, nobody supports, nobody believes. That's where the real transformation happens, in the dark. When quitting would be easy, when nobody would blame you, when you could say, I tried, but you don't. That's the difference. Discipline over motivation. Let me tell you something powerful. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is identity. Motivation says, I feel like doing it. Discipline says, this is who I am. If you only move when you feel inspired, you will stop the moment things get uncomfortable. But if you move because quitting is not an option, you become dangerous. The strongest people are not the most motivated. They are the most committed. The turning point. There will be a moment in your journey when everything feels pointless. Progress is slow. Results are invisible. Energy is low. That moment decides everything. Because that moment separates the temporary from the unstoppable. Most people turn back right before the breakthrough. Imagine digging for gold. You dig 10 feet. Nothing. 20 feet. Nothing. 50 feet. Nothing. You quit at 55 feet. But gold was at 60. That's how close people are when they give up. You don't fail because you're incapable. You fail because you stopped too soon. Pressure creates power. Coal under pressure becomes a diamond. Muscle under pressure becomes stronger. A person under pressure becomes powerful if they endure. Pressure is not your enemy. Comfort is. Comfort makes you average. Pressure forces you to grow. If life is pressing you right now, good, it means you're being shaped. The voice that tells you to quit There's a voice in your head. It whispers, "Rest. You've done enough. Why try again?" It's embarrassing. That voice feels protective, but it's fear. And fear sounds logical. It tells you quitting is safe. But safe never made anyone great. Greatness requires risk. Risk requires courage. Courage requires persistence. And persistence requires you to silence that voice, not once, every day. You owe it to yourself. Forget proving people wrong. Forget impressing others. Forget revenge success. Do it for the version of you who believed in something bigger. The child who had big dreams. The teenager who imagined a powerful future. The adult who was tired of feeling stuck. You owe it to them not to quit. Because regret hurts more than effort. 10 years from now, the pain of discipline will be a memory. The pain of quitting will be permanent. Build mental armor. Physical strength is visible. Mental strength is invisible, but it controls everything. If your mind gives up, your body follows. So train your mind. Do hard things daily. Wake up early. Finish what you start. Keep promises to yourself. Every small victory builds mental armor, and once your mind becomes strong, quitting doesn't feel natural anymore. Failure is data. Stop seeing failure as identity. Failure is feedback. If something didn't work, good. Now you know one way that doesn't lead to success. That's progress. Every failed attempt sharpens you. Every mistake educates you. Every loss toughens you. The only true failure? Stopping. The uncomfortable truth. You will feel tired. You will feel alone. You will doubt yourself. You will question everything. That's part of it. The road to success is not smooth. It's heavy. It's unfair. It's exhausting. But it's worth it. Because at the end of endurance, there is transformation. Become the person who doesn't quit. Don't focus on the goal. Focus on becoming the type of person who never gives up. A person who shows up when tired, works when uninspired, learns when confused, continues when others stop. If you become that person, winning becomes inevitable. Because time rewards consistency, and consistency destroys doubt. Your breaking point is your birth point. There's a version of you that only exists after struggle, stronger, sharper, more disciplined, unshakable. But that version cannot be born if you quit early. Every breakdown is a setup, every obstacle is an opportunity. Every I can't is a challenge to grow. You are not weak. You are under construction. Final message of part 1. Listen carefully. You don't need to be the most talented. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need approval. You need endurance. You need stubborn commitment. You need the decision that quitting is not an option. Because the moment you truly decide, I will not stop, everything changes. Not instantly, but permanently. And in part 2, we go deeper. We talk about how to push when you are mentally exhausted, how to rebuild when you fail completely, and how to turn pain into unstoppable power. Until then, remember this. Winners are not special. They just refuse to quit. And now I ask you, when it gets hard tomorrow, will you stop, or will you take one more step? So now you understand something powerful. Quitting is not weakness. It is a decision. And the moment you decide that stopping is not an option, you step into a different level of existence. But here's where it gets real. What happens when you are mentally exhausted? What happens when you gave everything and still failed? What happens when nobody believes in you anymore? Not even yourself. This is where true strength is born. When you are tired, beyond motivation, there will be days when you wake up heavy, not physically, mentally. Your mind feels foggy, your energy feels drained, your belief feels distant, And in that moment, the old you whispers, skip today. But champions are built on days they wanted to quit. The difference between average and elite is not talent, it's emotional endurance. When you are exhausted, don't aim for greatness. Aim for one small action. Just show up. Just start. Just do the first 5 minutes. Because starting is the hardest part when you're tired. Once you move, momentum carries you. Never give up doesn't mean never feel weak. It means act despite weakness. Rebuilding after total failure. Let's talk about something people avoid. Total failure. Not small mistakes, not minor setbacks. I'm talking about when everything collapses. The business fails. The relationship ends. The exam has failed. The opportunity disappears. That moment feels like identity destruction. But here's the truth. You are not your failure. You are the person responding to it. When Elon Musk almost lost both Tesla and SpaceX in 2008, he didn't quit. When Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles tendon, he still walked to the free throw line and shot. When Cristiano Ronaldo was criticized early in his career for being too flashy, he trained harder than everyone else. They weren't superhuman, they were stubborn. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path. The problem is most people treat failure like a wall. It's not a wall, it's a staircase. Emotional control is power. Quitting is emotional. Continuing is strategic. When something goes wrong, your emotions explode. Frustration, embarrassment, anger, doubt. If you react emotionally, you quit. If you respond strategically, you adapt. Control your reaction, and you control your future. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, what can I improve? Shift from identity to strategy. Weak mindset, I failed. I'm a failure. Strong mindset, I failed. The method failed, you are not the method. You are the operator. Upgrade the strategy, keep the mission. The power of identity. Let's go deeper. People who quit see challenges as attacks. People who never give up see challenges as training. Why? Identity. If you see yourself as someone who tries, you'll stop when it gets hard. If you see yourself as someone who finishes, quitting feels unnatural. Identity drives behavior. Start telling yourself, I am disciplined. I am resilient. I am consistent. I don't quit. Not as motivation, as programming. Your brain follows repetition. Speak strength long enough. You become it. Pain is fuel. Pain is energy. Most people waste it. They complain. They blame. They scroll. They distract themselves. But pain can be converted into power. Heartbreak can fuel gym sessions. Rejection can fuel skill building. Failure can fuel obsession. The question is not, why did this happen to me? The better question is, how can I use this? Your darkest moments can become your strongest drive, but only if you refuse to collapse. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need extreme bursts, you need daily pressure. 1 hour of focused work every day beats 10 hours once a week. One disciplined decision daily beats one dramatic speech. Success is built quietly, brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day. You don't see results immediately, but one day, the results appear all at once. People will call it luck. They didn't see the consistency, the loneliness of growth. Here's something nobody warns you about. Growth is lonely when you change. Not everyone comes with you. Some friends will misunderstand you. Some people will mock your discipline. Some will say you've changed. Yes, that's the point. If you want different results, you must become different. And that means outgrowing comfort zones, including social ones. Don't quit because it feels lonely. Loneliness is temporary. Regret lasts forever. Build unbreakable standards. Motivation fades. Standards remain. Set non-negotiables. No matter what, I train, I learn, I improve, I execute. Even at 50% energy. Even in bad moods. Even after failure, your standards protect you when emotions betray you. Weak people rely on mood. Strong people rely on rules. The compound effect of not quitting. Every time you refuse to quit, something invisible happens. You build self-trust, and self-trust is priceless. When you prove to yourself that you continue despite discomfort, your confidence stops being fake. It becomes earned, and earned confidence is unshakable. 1 year of not quitting can completely transform your life. 5 years, you become unrecognizable, not because of luck, because of endurance. When nobody sees your effort, this part hurts the most. Working hard in silence. No applause, no recognition, no validation. You start questioning, is this even worth it? Yes, because the work is changing you even if the world hasn't noticed yet. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. If you dig them up every day to check progress, they die. Trust the process. Water it. Protect it. Stay consistent. The results will come. Break your mental ceiling. Often the biggest limitation isn't reality, it's your belief. You think, this is my limit, this is enough, I can't do more. But limits expand under pressure. The first time you push past comfort, it feels impossible. The second time, it feels difficult. The third time, it feels normal. That's growth. Your current ceiling is temporary. Push it. Again and again. Refuse to negotiate with weakness. Weakness will try to negotiate. Skip today. Start tomorrow. You deserve a break. It's too much. Be careful. Temporary comfort creates permanent stagnation. Instead of negotiating, command yourself. Not harshly, but firmly. You are in control, not your mood, not your fear, not your past. Control is power.